What is up, guys? Welcome back to Picking a Fight. I'm Lach.
I'm Jeff.
And we're going to be starting off the new year with UFC Fight Night. Calvin Kattar versus Giga Chikadze. We're going to be looking at Brandon Royval versus Rogerio Bontorin. What you think, Jeff?
I think this one's going to be a pretty close matchup. I think this card is a pretty good one to kick off the year. I think Brandon Royval, he's interesting because he's one of the longer flyweights in the division, and he does not use his reach advantage or his height advantage that well. He doesn't tend to be a long distance fighter. So I think that really doesn't help him in this division, because with his height and reach, he should be able to stick the jab, do certain things all these other fighters that are shorter can't do. That itself makes this matchup a lot closer.
Yeah, I think it's pretty close. Like, I think it's very important to point out that although Royval, is huge for the division in terms of reach and height, he has had trouble keeping his opponents at bay. Like every single time, whether they're shooting or whether they're striking. I mean, in his last fight, who he fought, Pantoja, he was doing okay on the feet. I don't think he was really like running away with it or anything until it went to the ground against Kai Kara-France. He actually got hurt before he got the submission. Kai Kara-France is actually pretty small. I think he's like 5'3" or something like that. So even for division, he's a little shorter than average, and he still got clipped by him. I think when he's on, though, he does fight okay. Like he makes sure his jab is really long and stuff, but his style just looks a little sloppy. Like it ends up working for him. It works out that he's pretty tough, and he's pretty creative. Like he's hit some pretty crazy stuff, some pretty crazy submissions. The spinning elbow against Kai Kara-France was really impressive, especially because he was in a lot of trouble. Yeah, so he kind of showed you really got to take him out. But I think he's pretty good on regardless of the submission from Pantoja. I think he's pretty solid on the ground, for sure. I think once he gets there, he's pretty solid at defending and even reversing position. His length makes him very dangerous for a lot of submissions that require, like triangles, arm triangle chokes, like the one he got on Tim Elliott. So he's pretty dangerous there. His takedown defense is trash. I think it might be because he's so light, like for his frame, that he begin taking down so easy. And I feel like that's going to be a big factor against Bontorin, because I mean, that's what he does. He likes to grapple, outwork guys. I think he's going to look for that here. I think he saw Royval's last fight, and he sees that he could kind of keep him there. Even against Moreno, he was kept down on the ground when he got there. And Bontorin is shorter, built like a brick, Like he's pretty strong for his size. And I think he needs to just keep the pressure and close the distance. And I think if he grapples from the start, I think he can hold on to Royval for
a decision,
for a long time. A decision. I don't know. It's pretty close because Royval, he can hit submissions in reverse position really well. But I think with the wrestling pressure that I think Bontorin's going to put on him, I think he's going to have a very hard time keeping him off of him. And I think if I had to bet, I think Bontorin's pressure is going to be too much. I think he could submit him, but if I had to bet, I think he's going to ride him out for 3 rounds and to a decision win, because I can see Bontorin taking him down and holding him. And even if he doesn't do no damage, I feel like he can hold him, bro. He's just strong like that.
I mean, for Brandon Royval, I actually think he has to welcome the chaos, I think. I think he has to...
You spelled chaos wrong.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
That's how chaos.
That's Choas.
Bro, never mind.
Nothing but
forget I said that. You know what I meant.
Now, yeah.
So I don't know, because I think Bontorin, in the times that he did get into like a brawling situation, which I think is Brandon Royval's more of his style, like kind of sloppy, slug it out type of thing. Okay. I think he actually has to welcome it, because I feel like when Bontorin went against Kai Kara-France, right when they had that exchange, like close range, that's when he got clipped and it kind of ended the fight.
That's true.
And what was it? Bontorin fought. What was his last fight? It was a slow burner. It was against
Not the
was it
Tim?
Tim?
Was it Tim? Wasn't Ray Borg, right?
No, it wasn't.
Was he the one that moved up in weight to match now? No.
Oh, match now.
It was that one, right?
Yeah, it was that one.
That was in a weight class up though, because that was on short notice.
He actually ended up winning by unanimous decision, but
not grappling, right?
Nah, he was like sticking with the feet, but it was kind of a slow burner, I thought, at least at first, because they were kind of like keeping range, and it was kind of like
a slow one, yeah.
Yeah, and so, but it eventually picked up the pace, but I don't see it going that way either. So I think Brandon Royval, it's just like his takedown defense is kind of bad. So I just
pretty sus.
And he doesn't get up, but he could get the submission win, I think. It's a tough one. Did you say your pick yet or no?
Yeah, I think Bontorin, I would probably take him slightly on a decision, but anything can happen, man, especially with someone like Royval.
Yeah.
And Bontorin, no offense, is not not proven. I think his best fight was probably maybe Matt Snell, but maybe Ray Borg. While Royval, I mean, he's lost, but I mean, we've seen him in there with Moreno, Pantoja. The two Pantoja's probably up next for a title. Moreno is the current champion, so I mean, he's only lost to the best guys in the division. So I don't know. I just don't like his sloppiness, and I think Bontorin can ride that out to decision.
Sure, I think Brandon Royval. I think he's gonna get a TKO. Honestly,
yeah, I can see that, especially the way the Kai Kara France went for Bontorin. I think his striking defense just looked bad, and it ended up being his downfall. Even though he was having such a dominant fight up to that point, and then he got smoked, and so. I don't know if he has more power than Kai, but he probably has, the longer reach and more snap to his punches. So I don't know, but I think Bontorin's going to get the decision. Yeah. But, I'm always rooting for my boy Brandon Royval, Raw Dog Gang.
Right. But they both get hit a lot during exchanges. So that's what concerns me. I think it's more likely for this fight to finish in a TKO for me, at least, because I think Bontorin has a good chance on the feet too. A good counter and it could be over. It's just I don't think Brandon Royval has been knocked out or anything yet, right?
Knocked out? I don't think so. He's been dropped a few times though.
Well, I got Brandon Royval by TKO.
Okay, I mean that's fair. I think it's either one of those. Yeah, maybe a possible submission because they both got good submission game. But I don't know. I think Royval's last submission loss was not a fluke, but I think it was an outlier, and so I don't think Bontorin's gonna be able to submit him. Yeah, I think Rogerio Bontorin is gonna be able to get the takedown, riding out probably a decision.
Yeah, I think Brandon Royval is gonna get the TKO win probably in the later rounds.
There's only 3 rounds.
Yeah, like
2.5 and later.
Yeah,
true.
Probably.
All right, there you have it. Jeff, he got Brandon Royval by TKO in the later rounds, and I think Bontorin's going to get the decision. I think this is going to be a good fight regardless. There's a chance Bontorin doesn't even try to hit the ground. They just try to bang with each other, So it's going to be a good one. Don't forget to miss out. There's actually, for how new these guys are, there's a lot of flyweight implications here, Royval, when he fought Pantoja, contention was on the line. He said in an interview that Dana White told him or Pantoja, whoever wins gets the next title shot. And he ended up losing. So, I mean, he could be one win away, especially Bontorin's kind of had a fast rise, at number 7. It'd be a good way to put himself into the prime position to get a title shot, especially if Moreno wins. Then all that Figueiredo stuff is behind him. And then now you can start seeing the contenders. Pantoja's probably next. I think Askarov, I think he's still hurt, but he probably might be next.
But you think if Brandon Royval wins this one, right? Figueiredo loses against Moreno. Do you think Figueiredo kind of becomes like how Max Holloway is in the featherweight division?
I think whoever wins this probably gets
Figueiredo.
Yeah, and then Pantoja gets Moreno.
Yeah.
Askarov, we got to see where he's at. I think he had a surgery, I think, and then I don't know how long it's been taking, but yeah. But yeah, those are our thoughts. Those are our predictions. Let us know down below if you think Royval is going to do it and bring out some amazing. It's always fireworks when he fights anyways. Or do you think Bontorin is going to be able to implement his game plan and take the decision win? Let us know down below. Don't forget to like this video. We're actually going to be doing the main and the co-main events for this fight night. So go ahead and check those out. And if you haven't subscribed, because why not? And then, yeah, we'll see you next time.
See ya.